king, I am not a god, I am Hump.
What's good, Tano? It's time for the Dual Coda Torxica, a very powerful weapon, and it will shock you with its performance. And in today's video I will give you a build to take down level 9999 steel path enemies in Warframe with ease. Let me show you first what this weapon capable of. Whoa, what a powerful weapon! Don't forget to hit the like button to support the video in the algorithm, much appreciated. Subscribe and turn the bell on for future videos, as a lot of Technoside Coda weapons coming next. Now, as always, before I build my weapons or my warframes, I rely on my method called DVS. D stands for how I'll be dealing damage, what elements I'll be using, what's the faction I'll be fighting, and what's the weapon unique trait or evolution if it's in Carnon. V stands for how I deal 10 stacks of viral on enemies so I can deal 325% more damage to their HP. S stands for stripping enemies armor. We don't really care about armor, we care about the damage reduction that comes with armor. By lowering that, we deal higher damage. Now, as always, I don't use any Revens in my builds, so you can save your platinums. And I use Revenant, so I don't boost the weapon anyway, since he's a tank. So you can apply this build in any Warframe you want, so you receive the same performance, or a damage boosting Warframe and you receive even best performance. Let's go. Now, as always, if you don't like my methods on how I proc viral and armor strip, it's okay. Check the sheet right here. It can help you maneuver around my methods to find your own style. Now, the Dual Coda Torxica will be modded with corrosive, so I'll be running 2 Emerald Darkon shards to armor strip enemies with our Dual Coda. How that works. Now, 10 stacks of corrosive is equal to 80% armor strip. With the Emerald Darkon shards, we can push to 14 for 104%, so enemies' HP will turn from yellow to red, means 100% armor strip. Of course, you can run 1 Tau Forced, but you'll be capped at 98% armor strip. Decision is yours. Viral will be coming from Nourish, and this is the build on Revenant. You can apply it in any Warframe you want. Worthy Camaraderie to increase 75% weak point critical chance. Arcane Velocity for fire rate, Arcane Precision for damage. Vigorous Swap is optional, as I know in many Warframes you can't apply it. You know, different builds you may not find a spot for a mod. The Arcane Velocity is the arcane you want to replace if you want to run like anything. Arcane Energize, Aegis, whatever. Alright. Now, when it comes to Dual Coda Torxica, the unique trait. Enemies damaged by the Coda Dual Torxica spread 3 spores on death, which will inflict cold statue, chance additional shots to inflict enemies by 1.5 damage multiplier. Very good stuff. Now, Mercilized Gunfight for critical damage and punch through. Galvanized Shot for statue chance on kill, 40% direct damage per statue type affecting the target. Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot and more multi-shot on kills. Primal Target Cracker for critical damage. Magnetic Might for magnetic and critical damage to increase damage to shields and increase damage to overguard as well. Primal Convulsion for electricity. Primal Expel Grenade is multiplicative damage against the faction you're fighting. You replace it depends on the faction you're going for. If you don't like that, you go for Ornate Strike and you'll be good to go. I hope the E one day give us an option where we give our Bane and Expel mods, so we get one universal. Pistol Pestilence for Toxin and Statue Chance. Primed Pistol Ammo Mutation to convert ammo. Secondary Innervate to increase critical chance by 10%, resets after 6 big critical hits. The big critical hits are orange or red, not yellow, orange or red. So you're gonna keep stacking critical chance until you deal orange or red hits. And of course, with a weapon like this with high fire rate, mamma mia. Now, the 10% critical chance may seem not enough, but it stacks, and this 10% critical chance is absolute. I have 25, it will be 35. And if I get 1 million, it will be 1,025%, and that's why secondary innervate is really, really, really amazing. The weapon will be built with Invigoration heat, okay? I will have magnetic, corrosive, and heat, slash, and puncture will be coming there. As you can see, the statues percentage right about there. Corrosive 39% to armor strip them. Now, please don't talk to me about heat and lowers the armor and blah, blah, blah. Leave that aside and focus on my build. Now, of course, I will be running Nautilus Prime, Cordon to pull enemies, Duplex for the clones, Assault to attack, Vacuum to pull the loot, Manifold for more Cordon, then Shield, Armor, Health, Reinforced Bone for fire rate, Tenacious Bone for critical damage if your Sentinel weapon has 50% plus critical chance. Now, you can run Virgilus Prime if you have Riven for the Tenacious Bond. Otherwise, you can ignore Tenacious Bond. Virgilus Prime still as powerful as is, but we want to get the Tenacious Bond effect. So, if you don't have the Riven, you can go with Primed Laser Rifle, Full Cloak, or you can go for Burst Laser Prime and you'll be good to go. Let's show this weapon against the enemies on Simulacrum. And here we go, activating Nourish for Viral, and check this out. We are not joking around at all. This weapon obliterates everything. Look at that. It destroys everything in its path. We got magnetic for any enemies with overguard. We got heat stacks indefinitely. And we got corrosive to armor strip enemies. And we got slash as well. Mamma mia. And we got puncture that makes enemies vulnerable to more critical chance. Check this out. Personal. Go. Boom. And boom. Puncture. Puncture temporarily reduce the target damage output by 80% and increase critical chance of damage taken by up to 25% with multiple stacks. In the end, I will give this weapon 8 out of 10. It's really good and powerful and it's worth trying hands down. I want to say special thanks to everyone supporting the channel in any way by liking, subbing, commenting, follow me on Twitch, follow me on TikTok. Thank you so much and joining my Discord in the description. Special thanks to the Hall of Members, special VIPs, and disputed donator and all other donators. Big love to all my community and I'll see you guys on the next video.